he didn't like the way the business was going. He didn't like it all the tits and ass and all this for his kids, and he just didn't really like the way the business was going in a certain direction. And I'm sure he said that on some of his podcasts before because he personally, this was a guy. His family sent me a Christmas card every year. I mean, none of the boys really did that shit,
Mm,
like, and he would send a Christmas card to me every year with his family,
yeah.
on it and stuff. I got stuff up here. It's Bret and Undertaker on the front page of the Cape Times paper, and that's 1997, right? And
Mm.
that's right before the screw job. We were in South Africa in
Yeah. Sun
Cape
City. Yeah.
Town, and yeah, Sun City and Cape Town. We did Joburg, all this. We did tours over there in 95, 96, 7. And, you know, Taker and him were close, and they had great matches. And I'll tell you, wherever Bret Hart went, South Africa, UK, Germany, all these different countries we were going there at that time, he used to be
Yeah.
huge pop on his
Oh, the
entrance.
match that he had against The Undertaker at One Night Only in Birmingham,
Right,
97, was incredible.
right,
And, he was so popular, even though, of course, this was right in the middle of the USA Canada rivalry. But
right.
Bret's always been our guy. And I mean, a little story for you, Mike. The reason I'm really a Bret Hart guy and always will be is
Good, good.
1996, 12 years old. I was going through a tough time at school. I was
Right.
getting bullied. I wasn't having a
Oh,
very
wow.
easy run of school. And wrestling was always my escape. And I went to see my first WWF show in '96 in Birmingham. And
Mhm.
my dad, unbeknownst to me, had written a letter, uh, Bret Hitman Hart, carer for Birmingham NEC, uh, basically saying, "This is my son. He's a huge
Yeah,
fan of you. It'd mean a lot to him if you could maybe send out a signed photo or something like that."
right.
I'm halfway through the show, and this big burly security guard comes up to me and goes, "Are you Ben Veal?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm thinking I'm
Ha,
about to get chucked out. Like I'd just seen Brett have a match.
right.
I thought I was getting chucked out of my of a
Your
show. And
seat.
he's
Right,
like,
right.
"Come with me." Doesn't say anything. Doesn't explain anything to this little 12-year-old kid. And
Ah.
I follow this giant security guard, and suddenly, before I know it, I'm backstage, and there's Vader and British Bulldog and the Undertaker and a very
Oh,
young Rock.
wow.
And he's
You're
like,
looking at these guys at
"Yeah."
six five,
I'm just
six
suddenly
six.
in the locker, or just on the outside of the locker room. This guy goes, "Brett will be with you in a second." I'm like, "What?" And before I know it, Brett comes out and
Yeah,
meets me, gives me a photo, takes photos with me, has a long chat with
right.
me. And that was all, that literally made my childhood
Wow,
and
wow,
made a
that's
very
awesome.
difficult time in my life a lot better. And there was no need for him to do that. This was before the days of, someone from the WWE
Right.
crews following it around to get it on a smartphone. It's not going
Yeah,
on Twitter or anything. There's no PR element. This is just a good guy doing
right,
something nice for one of his fans. And so you'll never be able to. A lot of people have a lot of negative things to say about Brett, and you'll never hear
right.
a negative word come out of my mouth because I think that speaks volumes about the man he is.
No doubt.